Hello and welcome back to our build, and we are building this HVAC company Milford CT landing page. Now this could be any landing page. You could just replace HVAC with plumbing company or whatever you want to with your town and everything else. You could take all this stuff out. If you've been following along on these videos, you should know how to do that. If you haven't been watching from the beginning, go down there in the description, click on the link to see the series so you can start from the very beginning. But we're doing everything on here, SEO, different sections that just make this a convertible asset, okay? Today, we're going to be working on the final part of this landing page, which is the footer. We're going to create a footer just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to cheat. I'm going to give a JSON file that you can upload and you can upload this footer right into your build. But of course, you need to be using Divi 5 in order to do this, or Divi 4 at the very least, which is a license that you get from Elegant Themes. And I do have an affiliate link down there in the description if you want to get a license for Divi. So to get started, what do we need to do first? Well, first of all, we need to upload our footer here into our Divi library right here. So as you can see, I already got this footer in my Divi library. So this is what you're going to need to do. So the first thing that we need to do, first of all, we need to import our JSON file. So what we need to do is when you click on the link in the description below, I have this in my Google Drive. So there it is right there, right? So I'm going to go to an incognito page here, and I'm going to just paste in this link, and we're going to go to it. And what you're going to see is a bunch of gobbledygook, which, you're not going to be able to read this. But believe me, when you download it, it's going to be the JSON. This is the JSON file, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to go here to download, okay? So we're going to click on download, and you're going to download this JSON file in whatever folder that you want to, okay? So if I click this folder right here, I got to make sure I remember what folder it's in, or you could just download it on your desktop, which is the easiest, or in your documents, where you could find this, okay? So I'm going to click on save. And as you can see, it saved it in that folder, okay? So now what we need to do is once you save that folder, and I'm going to go to the back end of my WordPress, and I'm going to click on my Divi library right here, okay? So I'm already in my Divi library. And then what you're going to do is you got to click on import. And you would choose the files, or you could drag and drop them. So if I open this folder here where I just downloaded that JSON file, it's right here as a Divi Builder Layouts JSON file. So now I could just take this and I could just drop it right there into where it says Divi Builder Layout File. Or I could go to choose files and it would come up with my folder here, and all I do is find my Divi Builder layout file, and I just click on that and just click on open. Either way, it comes right here. And then all you have to do is click on import, and voila, it is imported just like that. Bam. Okay, so now to import it, if I go to edit with Divi, so you got to come to your page here, right? You got to come to this landing page that we're creating, and you come down to the bottom here. But first you want to click on edit with Divi, just like that. Now again, if you don't have a Divi license, I have a link in the bottom where you can get a Divi license. Then you come down here to the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. I'm just going to go to the wireframe. I'm going to delete it. So I'll come down here and I'm just going to delete this right here, just like that. And we could go back to from the wireframe just like this. And I come down here. So now I don't have that at the bottom anymore, right? So I click on this blue button right here, adding new section. And I go to add from my library. You can see right here, footer 6.8 is right there. So I just click on that. And I click on use this section. And bam, just like that, we have a footer at the bottom. Now, all we need to do now is we need to make this our own, right? So right here, it says logo. So if I click on that, it has a text module in there, right? It has a text module, but I want to put an image there, right? Instead of logo. So I'm going to get rid of this text right here. I'm going to go over to the elements here, and I want to add an element, and I want to add an image right here. Now I want to put an image in there. So I go to my images, and I'll find a logo for my images. So I'm going to just put this here just for ha-has, and we're going to upload it. So that's how you can upload a logo, just like that. Now in the text bar right here, you can see that you don't have any kind of things right here. This would tell you, tell people what you're all about. So you would just go to text here and you would say something like that, right? Whatever you want to put in there. And then these right here just link to the different pages that you have. So if you don't have a partnership, you could just click on that and come over here and you can get rid of that. If you don't have a partnership, right? If you don't have a certificate or you don't do careers, you can get rid of that. Just like that. Certificates, most people don't have certificates, right? So these are just kind of like quick links, right? About us, contact, privacy page. Then how it works, right? It could be how it works. Like you could have a page that tells people how you do things, how they get contact with you, how you set up everything. You could have a separate FAQ page. You could have a email us instead of the contact page. You know, these could be different things. Also here, you can change right here in the bottom of the footer, all rights reserved. So you just come over here and click on whatever your business is, which is mine is, right? Now in here, if you wanted to put in your social media stuff, you would just click on this right here and you would go to elements and you would see here Facebook. You would just click on that and you would just put in your Facebook link right there. Now if you went back here, so then you would come here and you would put the link in for X. And then you would click on LinkedIn and you would come down here and you would click on the link for LinkedIn. And for Instagram, you do the same thing. So that's how you do the social networks. You can also add a network if you wanted to. So you could add another element just by coming down here. You can add any kind of element that you wanted to. LinkedIn, Medium, MySpace, you know, whatever social media that you're a part of that you want to put in there. Now here, of course, is our maps location. So we could just click on that and we can see right there, it's an image. But for our maps, if we go to the maps that we created right here, let me get out of here. You can see this is the map that we created the other day, right? And what you would want to do is you just go here and you want to click on embed on my site, just like that. And if you want to have your picture, you could do that. If you don't want to have your picture, whatever you want, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this code right here and I'm going to trash this image and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add element and I'm going to click on this code right here and I'm just going to paste the code right in there just like that. And as you can see, now we have our map in there instead of that other map, that fake map right there. And if you wanted to change the dimensions here, right here in the code, like let me change that 6 to like a 3 and let's change the 4 to a 2. So you see how you can make it just fit into your stuff right here, right? And that's it. That's how you do the footer. So in the next video, we're going to talk about a little bit of SEO. We're going to talk about doing some interlinking. And what we're going to have to do is create different pages for this. So the next thing we might want to do is create an about page or maybe a contact page. But I'll decide what I want to do. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead down there and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified every time I come out with another tutorial based on this build that we're doing. And you'll find out, are we doing the about page, contact page, or the privacy page? And the only way you're going to find out when I drop this is if you're subscribed and you take that icon bell so that you're notified when I do drop a new video. Also, if you like this content, go down there and give me a thumbs up, right? And then share this with everybody you think you might get some value out of this. This is Ray. I'll see you in another video.